Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, wherever you find yourself. Welcome to another episode of the. Hold on, where's our mic? Yeah, there it is. I got scared a minute. Welcome to another episode of Demystify Tech with Sam. I'm yours truly, Samuel Adrian. As you can see, I'm rocking the Demystify technology with Sam shit. So today, what are we talking about? We've been doing a series on the Azure Cognitive Services, and today we're moving to the next feature, which is vishing. So we're looking at computer vishing today, and then we'll do another part on other vishings, other vishings. Well, if this is your first time, thank you for making time with us. I am yours truly, Samuel Adrani. I try as much as possible to demystify technology to the barest minimum so you understand. As circumstances would have it, I am streaming live on YouTube and LinkedIn for the rest of the period, because Restream wants me to upgrade to a paid plan, which I'm not ready to do yet until I get enough subscribers so I can be making some money on the channel. Then I can pay for subscription. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing up with you guys. Well, if this is the first time, thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime I go live, you can see, or anytime I drop a video, you can see the video that I've dropped. Well, as you know it, before we get started, I like to, introduce you to my montage. So let's go for the montage and we'll get right into business. Stick and stay with me. I'll be right back. Awesome. We are the modding developers journey. So cognitive services, generally cognitive services are a bunch of services driven by artificial intelligence that allow you to do a lot of things with cognitive abilities. So giving your applications, your systems, your solutions cognitive abilities. We've been taking a look at the Azure Cognitive Services. We've taken a look at speech partially, because we'll come back to speech to do some very interactive, interesting things with 3D animation and modeling. We'll come back to that. So we've done a bit of speech. We've exhausted language. Today we are on the third one, which is vishing. There are a few components into vishing that we'll see today. But before I introduce you into vishing, I want you to watch this video with me. All right. Watch this video with me. And then when we finish with the video, we'll jump back into what this whole concept of vishing is. I'll be right back. So let's watch this. Let's watch this video in a second.
Organizations have long used video to analyze their space and the people within it. But historically, this has been a time-consuming manual task. Spatial analysis, a feature of computer vision from Azure Cognitive Services, automates video analysis. Developed with strict ethical standards and guidance on how to implement safely, spatial analysis helps organizations understand how people move through a space, providing real-time insights with no machine learning expertise required. Within a given area or across multiple sites, spatial analysis can count the number of individuals, measure distance between people so you can support social distancing, track paths taken, and measure time spent in front of a retail display or in line. Equipped with insights from this data, organizations can manage occupancy to maintain social distancing, optimize store layouts, or gauge the customer experience based on wait times. Spatial analysis helps organizations save time, money, and effort while transforming the customer experience.
Yes, so that is in total what the entire Azure Cognitive Services vishing feature is all about. So let's go look at the feature document, what it says, and today we're going to go through a few things and see how to leverage the API. So we saw in the similar way how we leveraged the API for language. So we'll do the same thing here. In the meantime, if you're watching me from YouTube, watching me from LinkedIn, have any questions, please drop your questions in the chat. I'll get it here and I'll try to respond to it. If you wanted to, for me to give you a shout out, to just announce your presence and, let's get in there. So like I mentioned, so the cognitive services vishing. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to the official docs so we can see where we are. So this is the entire cognitive services, all right. And like I mentioned, we started with speech. We've exhausted that. We saw speech to text, text to speech, speech translation, and speaker recognition. We'll come back to this, like I said, because we want to do custom neural voices. So we'll do that, and so that'll be back into the speech services. We saw language. We've done the whole thing on language. We've seen entity recognition. We've seen sentiment analysis. We built a whole flow to do that. The last session we did question answering, conversation language understanding. We've done that way back using when we're creating the bot. We saw that we saw Lewis in the bot composer framework. It's pretty much the same thing. Translators, we saw that in the early stages of the series. So we're moving on to Vison, all right, which has three main components. So we can look at computer vision, custom vision, and face API. So today we're going to start with computer vision, all right. So computer vision purely allows us to analyze content in images and videos, right? So perceiving or trying to mimic a behavior of human vision, right? Then we can talk about custom vision, where you train your model or users to customize the recognition of stuff to meet your business, all right? And then you can do face API that allows us to detect and identify people in images and stuff like that. And then you can think about the possibilities. Now, the slight difference between computer vision and custom vision is in the name. Computer vision basically deals with pre-trained models that allows the computer to detect and recognize things and content. However, custom vision allows you to customize the thing. So maybe general computer vision will be able to identify animals, people, places, and describe pictures and stuff like that, right? Whereas you might want your custom vision to do specific things. All right, so that's just the base difference. So today we're going to take a look at computer vision. Okay, so a couple of the key features and things you can do with computer vision is to do text extraction, which we call OCR, object character recognition. You can do image understanding, all right, where you can pull a rich number of data points and information from a lot of from images to generate certain content, all right. You can also do spatial analysis, and spatial analysis is what we saw from the video, which actually allows you to pretty much make meaning of your spaces just using computer vision, like social distancing, path, time spent, all these crazy things. Then you can also do it's flexible to deploy, right? I'll show you a couple of things. Actually, let me just show you this right now. So let me bring it to the main video. So here I have two hardwares. Okay, this is the Azure AI Dev Kit. Okay, what you're seeing here is a compute on its own. And when I say something is a compute, I'm just saying it's a system, it's a computer, it's an edge device on its own. Now, this primary usage is the video, all right, but it has a compute on board that is able to run computer vision, all right, or custom vision or AI modules on this thing. So you can train a custom vision to say, I want to detect people that are wearing face masks when they're coming to the office. Or you want to say that this is a restricted area and I only want to allow known faces or known people in this area. And therefore you can deploy that custom module, right? Or use the face API if you want to any of them. Deploy it onto this, because this is capable of deploying or running it. So you deploy it here. It has a magnetic thing at the back and also has hooks, and you can easily adjust it, as you can see. So I can mount it on the wall this way and adjust it, and then it will be inferring or looking at the people that are coming in contact with it. If it finds an image that it doesn't recognize, this could be used to send a signal. Your AI model could be used to send a signal to don't worry, I just want to show you a bunch of just crazy stuff, and so you see how a lot of the things I do on my channel are related. So this is a Raspberry Pi, all right, and I could use the inferred. If the person is allowed, this could send a signal or could call a service running on this Raspberry Pi, another cloud service that could, maybe this Raspberry Pi here is connected to some relay or some door switch So if the person is a known face, the relay, the Raspberry Pi tells relay number 1, open the door, relay number 2, close the door. I mean, just some crazy stuff. But then that gives you the idea. Aside this, there is also a very quite recent one called the Azure Percept Vision module. If I show you this, so this is the Vision module for Azure Percept. It has an audio module, it has a compute as well, and this is the Vision module. So I integrate this into an Azure Percept setup, and the same thing, I can run deploy AI, both computer vision, custom vision, and custom AI modules can be deployed on this and can use vision inferences. All right. So yeah, I just want to show you these two for now. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Awesome. Great. Now, computer vision is not just limited to, like cameras and stuff like that. Even you can have robots that can run, like this one, even though this one is using a color sensor, this could be replaced with, let's say, a camera module that could be used to do inference. So as your robot is moving, you can see people's faces and you can say, hey, when you see someone, stop in front of someone. So you can do pretty much crazy things with it. But then, like mentioned, the use cases, the main use cases or the pretty known use cases that you can use will be, text extraction, image understanding, spatial analysis, and you can do some other custom compute things if you want to. So we saw the video that showed us how this store is leveraging it. The good thing is that you can also deploy it on, different, like in the cloud. You can use it in the cloud or deploy it on-prem on a compute module. All right. Now, like I always say, almost everything in Azure is world standard certifications. As you can see, a lot of them. So let's get into it. So first off, what we want to do is we want to do some very basic examples of it. All right. So to leverage this, let's go out here. Let me log on now. So something funny happened. So what's happening? Why is I didn't notice this. I think this is okay. Because for a moment I was like, what's happening to my internet? But I realized that it's down because they're celebrating the life of the late Queen Elizabeth II. So it's dark, it's grayed out. May she rest in peace. She's done a lot for herself and the country, or her nation, or her monarchy, or her kingdom. So we respect that. So funny thing happened because I left a lot of the services running in the cognitive services. I go check my Azure spend and it's just chewed it up. So I had to technically delete everything, and then I'll be provisioning new stuff for us to use, and I'll always remember to shut them down and delete the resources when I'm done. So this will afford you opportunity to see how I create some of these services. So you need to have a cognitive services service running, okay, and then you would be able to implement whether it's language, it's vision, and all that. So let's go here. So let me go to my portal.azure.com. Some people say Azure. Depends on where you're coming from. There's nothing wrong with it. So let's see. So let's see if we can. And I'm going to use. Let me use this account. As you can see, I have a lot of accounts. Lots of accounts. Nope. And then we'll go to my. I'll switch the environment to something else. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is in. All right. Let me switch directories, and I'll use the default directory. Okay. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so I have the subscriptions and stuff going on. So what I'm going to do is let's go to I can create a resource group, okay, And then just to make it easy for me, so I have a okay, I have a few of it. Okay, so I have Accra meetup, meetup local, philology training gallery, RG networking. What is in this? I just want to be sure that I don't have anything either that's going to consume. Oh, okay. That's cool. Let me see. Hopefully nothing is 149. Okay, let's see what's also in this. Accra local meetup, Accra France Central. I'm interested to see what's actually in here. Well, you know what? It's not as if I'll use this. So network watch. I don't think I need any of these. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Now I become very. Let me delete the resource group, and this one I need to put the Accra meetup. Though I'll have a different resource group for them, so that's fine. Welcome, those who just joined us. Welcome. Let's delete this resource group as well. Logic training. Let's delete this. There's a gallery here. Azure Compute Gallery. Yeah. Let's delete this. Yeah. So yeah, this is I've not used this account in a bit, but I just provisioned a new subscription so I can walk you through the process of setting up. So what we're going to do is let's start with optical character recognition. Okay, so let's do this. We'll start with optical character recognition, and maybe we can do image analysis later. And then I would leave you, or I'll give you your assignment to go do that. Now remember that for all the services, all right, you can actually try them or use them in varying ways. Okay, you can use the REST API. Okay, you can use the REST API, and the REST API supports C#, Python, JavaScript, and you can use just the regular REST API. There are SDKs, okay, for C#, for Python, JavaScript, or you can just use the REST API, which means any language that you are comfortable with. Just look at how to perform REST calls from it, and you can use it. Or you can use the Vison Studio. Now you realize we've seen 3 studios so far. We saw the Speech Studio that allows you to test all these things within your Azure subscriptions. We saw the Language Studio, and today we can look at the Vison Studio. All right. So let me show you. Okay, so now that this is running, we need to make sure that most times what I try to do is that I try for us to use the REST endpoint and also to do the studio, so that you have 2 of the services available for you to use. And then if there's time, you can just do the JavaScript one, which is quite easy. Download some code, run it, and see how that works. So we're going to start with the optical character recognition, which is OCR. So OCR is just a service that allows you to read visible text in an image, right? So you can take an image that has some visible text in it, and then it will try to recognize the text out of the image. Now you can also extract image from local images. Like you can have a client that reads in a file you upload, and then you read from it. It's all part of the Vison services. Okay, so let's go ahead. So for the 2 that we'll do the JavaScript one, and then we'll do the Vison Studio. So let's start with the Vison Studio, so we see how to do it quite easily. So let's open the Vison Studio. Okay, but then it would ask us to we should have created the cognitive services. So now that I have all the resource groups deleted, I'll just go ahead. So let's go to the home, so we see how this is done. So go to your resource group, make sure you have an Azure subscription. If you don't have, you can try it for free. You can register for free, and once you had registered, there are dozens of Azure services that have free tiers you can use, and not worry about being taxed. So I'm going to create a resource group, and then in this resource group I'll choose my subscription, and then we'll call this DMZ dash Vison right? And I will say this will be Vision 1. Okay, let's leave it to East US. Ideally, I have a website I use to check the latency from where I am to the closest Azure region, and I choose that so things are a bit faster. But for the purpose of this, we'll just leave this. Now, the reason why I've done this is that I'll delete this after the session and then create another one. I'm just trying to make sure that my spend is being monitored and I don't go, beyond my spend. I'll pin this to the dashboard, private dashboard called dashboard. I'm fine. So now all we have is just a resource group that allows us to logically group the services and things we create in Azure. So I'm going to go ahead and click, no, not resource group. Let's go to home now. And then on the top here, right, where you have all this commonly used stuff, I'll select create a resource. And then, so this is the Vision Studio. Let me actually copy this and say resources. Now I'm trying as much as possible to organize the things I post so we don't run into issues. So let's finish setting this up. Then I can go ahead and do cognitive. I can just even search for cognitive services. All right. And then this will open up a bunch of services with the name. So you can see here, you see cognitive services right here. So some people have created their own services along that, but we're looking for Microsoft Azure Service, cognitive service. This is what we're looking for. Okay. So we click on create a cognitive service. So this is going to provision a general cognitive services like running for me. Yes, we use a subscription and we are putting it in the resource group we created. Now, if you didn't create the resource group earlier, okay, this here would have done the same thing. It would have asked you to create a new one by clicking on this button here, and we'll create a new instance for you. Yep. We'll help you register for the service. Yeah, we'll do that. So, require subscription registration. Yeah, we declare that your selected subscription did not register current service resource type before. Would help you to register current service resource type when you select. Yeah, that's right. So because like I said, there's a new subscription, so you will create one for me. Region East US, and this. So we'll call this Demystify tech. Okay. So just call it Demystify tech, and the pricing tier. Now by here, if you go here, it will show you the standard tiers. That doesn't mean that is all you have. No, if you look closely to the side here, you should see something here. View full price details. All right. So when I select this, let's see. Sorry. So I get to see all the, pricing for this, and I can actually change it. All right. So just showing you that you can easily do that. So we'll just do this. I'll come and change this. Yeah, and it will tell you responsibly. I notice Microsoft is trying to make sure that let me bring this in bigger view. Microsoft is trying to make sure that we use AI responsibly, because there have been a lot of concerns about AI doing unethical things. So there is always Microsoft provides this disclaimer and allows you to make sure that you've read and understand how to be responsible when using AI and use it very well. So yeah, we check all those boxes. Yeah, and pretty much let's review and create. If there's anything, it would review it, check, make sure everything is okay, and allow us to create our cognitive services instance. So there we go. We'll create this. Now, I'm doing this because once I've created a cognitive services instance, I would also need to create a Vision, okay, a Vision service, and then I can connect that to the Vision Studio. Okay, let's pin it to the dashboard, the same dashboard that I have. So this is done. Okay, so let's see if I go to my dashboard, you can see here, you can see Demystify icon. So these are all the things that I deleted. Remove from the dashboard, remove from the dashboard, remove from the dashboard. These are just things that, remember, almost all the things I removed, they are right here for me, and I can Yeah, I can configure the tile, give it a name if I want to, no need. So yeah, and then save this. There you go. Okay, so let's go back to the home for the sake of this. All right, so I have my resource group. I have everything in it. I've created my cognitive service. So let's go ahead here, and the same way I can just search Vison. All right, and as you can see, there is custom Vison, computer Vison. Let me favorite this so that it'll be available for me to select the next time I come here. So we're starting with computer Vison today. All right, so I can go ahead and create computer Vison. Right now, so we are going to leverage. Okay, let's start. Yeah, let's start with this. Okay. So I've created a cognitive services resource, but before then, so that's how you create it from Azure. But since we're going to use the Vison Studio, so let's go to the Vison Studio, and I already have an Azure account, so I'm going to sign into my Azure account, and because I'm already signed in, it will redirect me, connect, and then open up the Azure Vison Explorer. Sorry about that. Okay, so as you can see, there you go. All right. And so here, as you can see, welcome to the new Vison Studio. Sorry. Yeah, so let's see the resource. So here, look very closely. Because it's the first time we're doing this, you realize that it's saying choose a cognitive service resource that we want to associate to this Vison Studio. And you realize that we just created a cognitive services resource. All right, so I can choose the resource from here or do it later. But I'm going to do it now since we've already created the cognitive services. So let's do choose resource, and it will look for my subscription, and then you can see that it's reloading. Let's go ahead. The resources should be in there. Let's see. So yeah, this is the main. Yeah, the Azure resource should be here. Okay, no worries. So let's just go ahead. Let's create it. The resource group, we'll put it in this resource group. Yeah, cognitive services, West US. We've already created this, but so let's see. So here, the resource I'm creating, like I said, you can create an S0 resource or an F0 resource. So F0 is more like a free tier. We'll go for this for now. Okay. What's happening? I think it's not matching with the one I have in there. Hold on. East US. Let's try this. What's happening? I think I already have it. Hold on. Let's cancel this. Okay, let's try to do this later and see if it's going to see this. Let's come back here and be sure that our let's go back home. Let's open this. Let's be sure it's we have a cognitive services. Yeah, right here, East US. Be mindful of the location as well. So we have this here. Yeah. Help us improve. So we have it. Okay. All right. So we have, so these are built-in apps you can run. Language, Vison. Okay. Let me see if you provision this for me from this side. Okay. Okay, so we have the computer Vison, custom Vison, and phase. We're not doing that. So okay, so at least we know that our service has been provisioned. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead. So we're trying to do optical character recognition. So we select optical character recognition from here, and then extract text from an image. We'll do this, and then you can see the options. Okay. Now you can either use, like I said, the SDK. They have one for C#, Python, JavaScript, all right? Or you can leverage the REST APIs where you can just call these APIs to do the same thing. So I'll say I acknowledge, and now look at this. So I can select one of these images, okay? Or just find one on the internet, drag it here, and behind the scenes, this app here, this studio you're seeing is leveraging the REST APIs in the backend. This is a very easy way to do it. That's why I wanted to show you this one first. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's say I select this image. Let's see. Do I have a file? You know what? Let's just use this. Let's pick one of this. Come on. Okay, so it's asking for my resource. That's why it's okay. So let's select the resource. This should have been picked by now. So the main. Let's refresh this. It's not finding it. This is strange. Okay, don't worry. Let's create one. The resource name, we'll call this DMZ Vison. Yeah, let's call this DMZ Vison. Put it in this resource group. Let's use F0 for now. The free tier, nothing crazy. Create a resource. I'm trying to make sure that I have enough. I have enough resources for you. Okay. Oh, we could not create any here. Some possible. If you try to create a free tier, it might be because already exceeded number of resources allowed for creating. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, don't worry. Let's create a new one. It doesn't want me to create a free one. So DMZ Vison demo. Okay. So the same thing. Use my subscription. Let's use East US and let's do S0. So this is it. Let me bring it a bit in. So the name, okay, the name of the resource, the subscription I'm using, the resource group, the location, and then I'm using the standard tier 0. Okay. So let's go ahead and create the resource. Since it doesn't want me to create a free resource, this will allow me to create a paid resource, but I remember to turn it down. Okay. So confirm. Now, once I have the resource, remember I mentioned that you can deploy most of the cognitive services, either run them in the cloud or deploy them as Docker containers on the edge on the compute. So like I was saying, I could deploy it in Docker images or containers and put it on this device or the other one. All right. So just bear that in mind. And if you want me to do a video on how to do that, leave a comment and I'll try to do that. Okay. So I acknowledge that the demo is in care usage or resource on this. Yeah, I understand. So let's use this. Do you see that? Now that we've selected this, let me get myself away from here so you can see everything in full. I need to probably make myself invisible now. Now, see what has happened. Almost immediately is being able, check this out, is being able to see I picked up nutritional fact. Serving size 1 bar 47. Now you see what is that? It's being able to pick up. It's being able to pick up all these individual text from it. All right, and look at this. So this is the detected attribute. So it's recognized all this information, right? Just by using that in the background. If you see the JSON, this is how the JSON looks like. Okay, and then they've just interpreted it in a very nice way. Let's try this one. A sticky note. Let's see if you recognize this. Let's say it says what? You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Everything has its what? Beauty, but not everyone sees it. Okay, so to put this to the test, this is what I'm going to do. So let me bring this up again. So I'm going to take this sticky note. All right. I'm going to write something on it. And then I'll bring it for it to, I'll try to see if it can recognize it. Okay, so give me a sec. I'm just writing something here. So what I'm doing is let's see, tech. No. Let's see, change lives. Okay, so I've written something here. Use AI wisely and to affect lives positively. Technology used well can change lives. Okay, so this is what I have done. All right. How do I get this? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try two things. I'm going to see if I can. So it says I'm not going to browse for a file. I'm going to try to take a photo. Allow your browser. Yeah. So let's see this. It's not. Where is that? I know, right? I need to do this thing in the browser to allow it to. But ideally, if it sees me, if I'm trying to take a picture, it should actually. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'm going to use my phone, okay, to take a picture, and then I'll send it in the in my. Okay. Let's see this. So I am going to. So I'm going to take a picture with it, right? I'm going to take a picture of my phone, and then I'll send it to myself, and then we'll see it. So let's do this. Let me quickly just take a picture from here. Open the camera. Just make sure that, I'm just taking a picture. Okay. So picture taking, I'm going to send the picture to myself in an email. Where is that? More. Gmail. Yeah, there you go. And there we go. Image test. And we'll keep this image and try to do the same thing for if you try to use the SDK. All right. So let's do this. Finishing. Done. All right. So the image should be in my email now. So let me go to my Gmail and download the image, and then we can upload that as well. So just for you to know that it's not just typed out messages. It can also work on things you write. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Image test. I see it. Let's download this. I'm going to put this on a desktop as AI_test. Save this here. It's saved. So let's come back here. Let's come back to this side of things. And I will do this. So let's do browse a file, and I'm putting it on the desktop, so I can go on the desktop here and then look for it. Where is that? Yeah, AI test. There you go. And then open. So this is the file. So let's see, fingers crossed. Let's see if it's going to recognize it. All right. It's running. There you go. So see what it is. So I don't know. Oh, see how sensitive it is, guys. Take a look at this. Look. So when I was taking the picture, my keyboard was in there, and CTR. See this? It picked it up right here. Do you see that? This is cool. So let's see. The first one is use AI. If it picked it, use AI wisely and to look at it, affect lives positively. And then the other part here is technology used well can change lives. So let's see. Okay, so so it missed the top one. So yeah, that's fine. It's not margin of error. That's okay. So technology used well can change lives. And then I gave Holland Insurance a free ad on my show. So it actually went ahead to see, there was Holland here, insurance and life. It pretty much picked it up. So anyway, so that is how, as you can see, this is how effective, or this is how, powerful the computer vision is. So the computer is able to identify even me writing it in the way it is. If we look at the JSON representation of this, you see that there is also a score. All right. So what it does is it says, hey, page 1, on these areas, okay, this areas I found, okay, handwriting style. So first text I found CTRL, and this is where on that image where I found it, and the text I found was CTRL. I'm 83% positive. Okay, then it shows us another place where if it found something. What did it find? AI, use AI wisely, and two, and it will show you where it found it. And as you can see, 91%. So it gives you a JSON breakdown of how, or how positive it thinks this is. All right. So yeah, so that's so that's it. Now you can also use, like I said, you can do the SDK references. All right. For the SDK references, if you pick the SDK reference, it means I just taking you to the documentation, whether you want to use Python, JavaScript. Okay, so like I said, Python, there are, you install a couple of things, and yeah, there's sample code for you, to peruse or make use of. And then if you look at JavaScript as well, the same thing. This might even ask you to clone or install a couple of things, and as you can see, it's quite easy. Paste your subscription keys and stuff there, and then give it an image, as you can see, and then it will be able to detect it. We have used the Vison Studio, which is this one, pre-made for us to test these things out. But again, you can use the REST API if maybe you're doing something else apart from C#, Python, or JavaScript. You can use maybe Java or something like that, and then call the endpoint. As you can see, read result, examine the response, all that information is there for us to use. Well, yeah, that looks like it for the very first part of things. The second thing that I was saying is that you could also do image analysis, not just optical text recognition. All right, we can actually do image analysis as well if we want to. So let's see. Now that we've seen how to do the optical, we've done the optical, how do you call it? So let's do image analysis. Okay, optical character recognition, quite simple. We've done our own example. Let's see, we have a couple of minutes more to go. So let's go here. Let's go to image analysis. All right. So for image analysis, all right. So image analysis pretty much is just a computer vision or computer vision's way of analyzing things, or analyzing an image or a video, and being able to tell you what are stuff happening within that image or that video. All right. So you could say, hey, tell me what you see in this picture, and they will tell you, maybe I see a laptop, I see this, I see that. So that's how the image analysis work in the computer vision side of Azure Community Services. So again, let's go ahead, and we're going to try this again also in the Vison Studio. All right. So right in the Vison Studio, we can close this. So we started by using optical character recognition. We're going to do image analysis. Okay, and now we're going to do face in a different episode. Okay, so in today's episode, we'll do image analysis, and I'll give you an assignment to go try out spatial analysis. Okay, it's the same concept. We're going to be using the studio to make it easy for us to walk through and show how it's done, but the SDKs will be there for you to make. So let's go to image analysis. So as you can see, for image analysis, we're able to extract common tags from an image. So common tags like, what do you see in this image? Detect common objects in the image. Okay, do you see laptops, animals, stuff like that? And then you can also use image analysis to add captions to an image. All right, and then you can also say, I want to detect sensitive content in an image. And then you can even do face detection in image analysis as well. So let's start with let's try this out. Let me open this in a different tab so we can keep this and come back to it. So we're going to try the extract common tags, and then we'll try the object. And if we have time, let's open the captions as well. Okay. So here, I agree to this. Let's have a resource. We already have a resource. So I'll select this, and I'll go ahead and pick the resource we have. Which resource is this? Let's see. Let's refresh this. Yeah, we have, as you can see, DMZ Vison demo. So we're going to use this, and I confirm that, and I'm going to use English. Okay, so extract. So this one is extract common tags from an image. So let's go ahead and probably pick this image, and let's see what the image analysis was able to pick. So look at what it was able to tag. So this is pretty much entity tagging. So it says what? It found piercing, a couple of people in it, so that's valid. It found clothing, they are all wearing clothes. It found some furniture, so I can see it saw some few furniture in there. And it's being able to tell you that this is indoors, all right? And it's about 96.49% accurate. It's in a table. It's in something that looks like a coffee table. It's in a human face. It can detect that people are sitting. It's a couch. There's a laptop, which is also a computer. I see people, so person and people. It's in a man. It's in a wall. It's in a woman. It's in coffee. It's in a group of people, and it's in using. I don't even know what I use it, but but these are the things it's being able to detect or tag in this image. All right. So let's try this one again. So what does it find? Wow, a whole lot of things. It's seeing, it can say, well, I think this is sports, there's a piercing, I see a footwear, I see skating, I see a board sports, skating board equipment, clothing, wall, skateboarding, skateboarder, individual sports, street like stands. So it's able to find labels and things that are associated with this image. All right. Let's go with this. So life is like riding a bicycle. So let's see. So text, wheel, outdoor, bicycle, wheel, bike, land vehicle, grass, sign, vehicle, bicycle, bicycle, tie, transport, cycling. So it's being able to find a lot of tags relating to this. All right. So that would be a simple example of using extracting common tags from images. And again, you can leverage the the REST API if you want this. Now, there's something I want you to so you can see this is the custom vision REST API. So analyze image, describe image, detect object. You can call all these APIs and then you get the same thing if you want to infuse it in your app. Now, there's something I want you to notice. So you see that the platforms for extracting, this is only cloud-based because the module is quite huge. And obviously, you can have that whole thing running on your edge. So this one will run specifically in the cloud. All right. So that's good for us. And the next one I think we wanted to test, I can close this, is detecting common object and image, almost liking to tagging. So we'll just select the resource again. Let's go here. I can use the same. I should just take. I'll stay in one Vision Studio. So confirm. So let's try again. Let's select this, and let's see this time. You see it. So this time now the difference here with detection and tagging. Now, tagging will just list out the things I have, I think I recognize or I associate with this image. However, detecting puts a bounding box or boundary box around them. So if you look at this, look at the footwear. Where did they find the footwear? Oh, this is what makes it say, oh, this are footwear and also a piercing in this region. Then you see, this another piercing. This another piercing. It sees a seating, okay, and then it sees what? A table. All right. So pretty much detection is able to detect very and shows you a bounding box around the things rather than just listing, I think I see this associated with this. All right. So that is detecting objects. And I think the last one was adding captioning. So let's close this. And still in the areas of image analysis, let's trying to add captions. Okay. So there's another use case where you have an image. So for those of you that want to build an API that picks an image and tries to add a caption to it. So let's say we have this image and we want AI to help us, custom vision to help us to give a caption to the image. Let's try this. Select this and let's see what's this? If there's a resource that was just created, it might take some time until. Okay, so yeah, because we just created this, it's going to take a while. But anyway, not to worry. I'm sure by our next episode, this will be ready for us to try. It's just a safety thing. So let's go here and let's see image analysis. Can we try? Yeah, detect sensitive content. Let's try this, and then we can do faces in the last one. So let's see. Let's see if there's any sensitive content in this one. So here you can see there's no adult content detected, right? So here, if you want to do moderation and want AI to also help you, we can leverage this. Let's see if there's anything here. No, there's no sensitive content to this one. Nothing unusual. Same here. Nothing, gory. Nothing gory in it. Yeah, nothing gory. Okay. So now let's go to Google and find a gory image. And please, please, please forgive me. I'm trying to just test the AI, so discretion. This could be crazy, but please forgive me. So I'll just save this image. And I'll quickly just put this on the desktop, and I will quickly close this. I think I have to put a warning at the beginning of the video. So let's go and browse this file and see if it's going to detect any gory things in there. I think this is it. So, and look at that. Look at the gory score. It found 93%. This is something that is very gory. All right. Yeah, let's leave this place. So yeah, that's detecting detecting sensitive content. Okay, sensitive content. So the last one, let's try face detection. Okay, so here let's select this image, and then it will detect the face. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. This also because I just created a resource, is putting some limitation on what I can do with this. So in today's session, we've seen how to use the optical character recognition. We've seen image analysis. Face would always be the same thing. Compare similarity to face, recognize. So we'll come to faces in another episode. But at least today, for vision, for computer vision, we've been able to look at OCR and image analysis. All right. I'll leave you to go try out spatial analysis. That would allow you to say, hey, how many people do I see in this area? Detect when people are. So all these things, we can try this. Well, looks like we're close to time. If this sounded like something that is interesting to you, that you want to see me do every Friday, make a day with me next week Friday for part 2 of the custom vishing. And then bring along your questions, bring along your ideas, bring along your suggestions, and then we'll get right through them. Till I come your way again next week, it's adios for me. But till then, be safe. Enjoy the weekend. Let's make the world a better place with whatever we do. Till then, I am out. Stay safe.